What's up, my dudes? My name is Sensor Turley, and this is some track review action on Hostile Hills. So, pretty fun track. Got some super realistic roughness and super realistic jumps, all that kind of stuff. It was quite the challenging track, actually. At first, when I got on it, I was like, wow, this has got some real, sometimes you'll hit a kicker, and it's got a lot of realistic stuff like that, so it's kind of tricky when you start going, warp speed on it. You start just hitting these weird bumps here and there, and you'll flip you over the bike real quick, so got to be kind of careful of that if you're going really fast on the track, but it's just awesome because it's so realistic. That's how real tracks are when you might hit a weird kicker, or it's got roughness just kind of everywhere. So definitely a well-made track overall, and yeah, a lot of fun. Bunch of pretty cool jumps and stuff. Got some nice elevation. It's just that perfect mix between everything. I feel like you got I know I say this like on every review, but got the nice elevation, got the nice jumps, got the nice roughness, you got ruts, some different lines and stuff here and there. So a couple of these fun jumps, you can just whip it however far over you want to, you know what I'm saying, dudes? So, yeah, fun track. Got some trees going on. Got some, obviously, hostile hills. I was kind of thinking this track would be a little bit more hilly than it was. Hostile hills, I was thinking like straight up and down Glen Helen, like scary, like, 6th gear downhill to slamming on your brakes and stuff. That's what I was kind of had pictured in my head, but it's not that hilly of a track. It's just kind of chill. It's got elevation here and there, but it's really not. I wouldn't even really consider this like a super elevation kind of track. It's just got a nice flowing elevation to it. It's not, you know what I mean? You're not going like straight up and down hills and stuff. So, nice little whip over to that side and fun. I guess that's not the finish line jumps. Jump for the finish line jump. Actually, 2 jumps before the finish line jump. Sorry, I'm not actually. This is the 3rd or 4th lap or something like that I've even rode on this track ever, so overjumped the living crap out of the actual finish line jump and busted it. So anyways, let me play this back, show you guys some 3rd person footage. So yeah, it's but you can see like just all around it just all looks pretty good. He's got that one decal over there, it looks like grass and dirt kind of mixed together. That's pretty cool. And then he's got more of a deeper, just straight up grass decal going on, so that's cool. This looks super realistic right here by the starting line, where he's got all the stuff kind of off the track and all that good stuff. Got the fence going on and the stands and all that good stuff. That definitely makes you feel like you're on a real track. So if that's one thing when you're building custom tracks, like I've always said, some tracks don't really, they look okay without a bunch of stuff, but if you got some good stuff and you know how to place it properly, man, it feels super realistic on tracks like that. So let me just go ahead and warn you guys that are actually going to be riding on this track. When you first take off, this is one thing I've noticed on the first corner, this little rut right here, you see how it's dug down like you're supposed to hit it like from the finish line jump, which makes sense. It's kind of like dug down like that because you're coming off the finish line jump and that's how you hit it. But when you hit it off coming off the straightaway, the first start straightaway, it's like, see, you got to hit this divot right here. You got to go down in the rut, so it kind of upsets the bike a little bit when you're coming off the start and you hit this corner. Just be aware of that. It might kind of look like you're just going to hit this rut like really hard, like normal, but I'm telling you, if you hit it just like a normal rut off the start straight, you're just gonna slam into the rut and almost come to a complete stop or crash. So, like it's built more for coming off that finish line jump. So just be careful on that jump. But got the nice little tabletop action right here, and once you land off this, you don't have to let off, boys. Even on a 450, you just hold it down, shift 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. You just keep on going, man. Hit all this roughness going up here, and there's nothing as fun as tracks that have that just perfect amount of roughness where you can hammer the throttle and it's like sketchy. You kind of feel like Justin Barsher. You're just hammering it and the back end's flying around everywhere, but it's not so rough to where you just crash every time you hammer it. You got some sort of a balance there. So I really like how he's done the roughness on all this and everything. So I think it all looks pretty good. And you can see the full track like this. So yeah, just pretty cool. There's definitely some hills and stuff. It it looks like your standard motocross track. I feel like this could be like somewhat of an AMA motocross track. It's or a local track, I guess. Now that hill over there looks really big looking at it from here, but it doesn't really feel all that big once you get to it. So it's not super hills by no means, but there's definitely elevation everywhere, so that's always fun. Got 3 ruts right here. I don't know why you would want to take that inside rut or that. I mean, I could see you taking the middle rut, I guess, if you're trying to pass somebody, but gosh, that inside rut is far to the inside. You'd be like hitting some hay bales trying to hit that rut, so I don't know. This outside rut, you just keep your flow real good on it, so it'd be hard for me to recommend any of them other ruts. That outside rut's pretty good unless you're trying to pass somebody, so, but yeah, pretty fun. Got some nice chill jumps. Nothing's real hard. Like, all your jumps are pretty mellow, pretty basic. The biggest thing's probably going to throw you off is just the straight up like roughness here and there on the track. It's definitely got some realistic roughness, but it's not too much, like I was saying. So but these jumps you got to hit now. Don't get me wrong, you can't just be like, you know, bogging down on a 125 trying to hit some stuff. You definitely got to hit it if you want to hit it, you know. And there's one harder rhythm section up here. I definitely wouldn't consider it like super hard, but let me turn on some roost. I know I keep forgetting to do that because I don't play with roost on, but it always looks cool when you just get roost flowing everywhere. So he may not even have any roost. Oh yeah, he does. Let me turn up the, I think he does anyways. Turn it up some more. Yeah, there's a little bit of roost, a little bit of dark roost. So this rhythm right here, let me back this up. So what you want to do right here, it's kind of a tricky rhythm. You could probably hit some different stuff on a 450. I'm on a 450 right now, but I'm just saying you could probably hit some different, like somewhat bigger here and there on a 450. If you just happen to hit something just perfect, you might be able to like quad somewhere where I'm tripling or something. But what you want to do is just hit this, and then you're like hitting over that little tabletop, so you get the drive to hit this, and you do like a triple. You might be able to quad that. I'm kind of thinking you probably could now that I'm looking at it here, but you could probably quad that and then hit off this next jump, or you can do like that triple and then jump onto this table, jump down to this, and do a triple like that. That's kind of the more main line. I feel like that one that I was hitting right there, but you might be able to hit something quite a bit bigger in there if you probably have to be on a 450 to do it, you know. But yeah, all the off-track stuff looks pretty good, and all the hay bales, got some nice little bush billboards going on, so that's always good. So got the little yellow off-track sticks, and that always looks good. So throwing some nice whips on some jumps, and some of these jumps, like I'm saying, you got to hit. If you're on a 250F or a 125, you're probably going to have to be pretty hammered to hit some of these jumps, you know, so just be aware of that. But like a 450, you just got to make sure you're on it. Just don't, you know, you don't have to hit it just wide open, seat bouncing on a 450, but so that tells me that you still could hit everything on the smaller bike. You just have to hit it a little harder on the smaller bikes and stuff, you know. But cool finish line jump, got some nice ruts going up to it and everything, so be careful. This finish line jump is a whole lot shorter than it might seem, so just be aware of that. Might have to do a little scrubbing action on it, and don't over jump it by 10 foot like me. So yeah, anyways, fun track overall. Nice dirt decal, super realistic. Ruts are cool, roughness is good, so trees look cool. Got some nice elevation, everything just looks great all around the track. So hostile hills, boys. Definitely recommend all you guys checking it out. So I'm going to give this track, got to give it a 10 overall. I know I've been just spitting out these 10 overalls like crazy, but it's a good track, man. A lot of fun. There's just no negatives I can say about it. Everything's fun on it. Everything's built right. So I got to give it a 10 overall. And I'm going to say the difficulty, I'm going to say it's solid hard difficulty, just because your roughness and your ruts and stuff. So these jumps, you don't have to hit them wide open unless you're on a 125, but and even on a 125, you probably wouldn't have to hit it wide open unless you didn't get the corner right or something. But on like a 450, just make sure you're on it, you know, and you'll probably be able to hit everything pretty good. But there's not a whole lot of these jumps that you just like barely hit. There may be like one or two that you hit a little slower, but most of them you're giving it about all you got in the corner. So just remember that, and you should be able to hit everything right. So anyways, boys, I just cracked my nuts off the landing right here. But anyways, appreciate all you guys watching these videos, and I'll keep on making them. Thanks, guys.